summarize in our conference program, but also to inspire both deputy and assistant local government attorneys throughout Virginia to serve the LGA and the local government law and their profession with the same enthusiasm, dedication, and professional ability that characterized Bob Cherin's distinguished career. The use of that word enthusiasm brings to mind a certain image oftentimes, perhaps a bubbly, outgoing, highly visible person who might wear, I don't know, a really bright color and you can see from far away. But there are many in our organization who display really a quiet enthusiasm in their hard work and their dedication to our organization and to our profession. And I'm before you tonight about my nominee of just
objection!
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 Lola?
Yes, objection.
Come state your objection to our colleagues. I don't know what you have to say.
I believe the record will reflect that you just said this individual was your nominee?
I did say that, yes.
I'm pretty sure it was my nominee.
Lola, you tell our colleagues what you're talking about.
All right. So, my nominee, whom Tara has nominated in the past, in the present, this is my nominee. Is the record clear now?
Yes.
Excellent. This year's award recipient has over 2 decades of distinguished service to the LGA in a variety of ways. Unlike some of us who may have bounced from jurisdiction to jurisdiction to avoid prosecution, that's all I can say under the terms of my plea agreement. This year's award recipient has remained faithful to one jurisdiction. Yet, for over 2 decades, I can't even fathom that. This year's award recipient has served the LGA, again, in a variety of ways, has been the previous recipient of the Walter Irwin Special Projects Award, has served on committees, has served in, again, just a variety of capacities for the LGA in a quiet and unassuming way. This year's recipient's leadership and contributions to this organization included broadening and diversifying the LGA leadership and paved the way for many of us that followed in the leadership of this organization and many of us that will follow in the years to come. It is especially fitting that this year's award recipient received the award at this conference in Harrisonburg because their great-grandfather served as a clerk of the circuit court beginning in 1927. It is my immense pleasure to in my comments.
She liked the sneaky stuff, though.
I did. Both Tara and I had the pleasure of serving with Rod on the LGA board, and Rod's term on the board, and most particularly his presidential year, was a year that was challenging as we underwent the start of a very long transition process, moving away from the Cooper Center as our management company to the current arrangement that we have today. And through Rod's leadership, and again, very calm, cool, and collected, he led this organization to the great place that we are today, and really served as an example for the presidents that followed, including Tara and I. So, thank you so much.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you all. Thank you to the awards committee and to the LGA family. I wouldn't be here were it not for Les Lilly. Judge Lilly was city attorney when I was hired as an intern after my second year of law school, and he was city attorney when I began working as an assistant 23 years ago. Judge Lilly has very high standards and high expectations, and he wasn't always the easiest boss to work for, but I knew that when I met those expectations, I had quality work that I could depend on, and the skill set that I learned under his leadership has made my legal career possible. I also want to thank Larry Spencer, who was my mentor as an intern and when I first started at the city attorney's office. And I want to thank Mark Stiles, the city attorney of Virginia Beach, who succeeded Les Lilly and who encouraged me and supported me through, was it like 9 years on the board? It was a long, long time. I also want to thank the people who helped me in that very difficult year that I was president, when we first learned that we would be saying goodbye to the Cooper Center. All the board members, especially Lola and Tim and Rod Williams, and most of all, Tara. But the person I have to thank from LGA who's been with me the entire journey, from when I was author of a chapter in the handbook to chair of the publications committee, and then when I served on the local government section board of directors. She was the editor of the Journal of Local Government Law. And then as I was about to become president, I'm so fortunate that we had her to take over for Sandra Wiley, who was irreplaceable, but we had to replace her. And no one could have done a better job than Susan Custer. Thank you so much. I thank my mother and my father, who weren't always the easiest people to please, but thank goodness for that, because it showed that they had faith in my abilities, and I'm grateful to them. And I'm especially grateful to my partner of the past 15 years, my best friend, my husband, Dan Hunt.
Rod spent his entire legal career in public service. He began his local government journey with a summer clerkship in the Virginia Beach City Attorney's Office while still in law school. That experience created a lasting impression, and following his judicial clerkships with both the Virginia Court of Appeals and the Federal District Court for the Western District, he returned to the City Attorney's Office. Rod has served the citizens of Virginia Beach faithfully for almost 25 years, holding the post of Deputy City Attorney since 2008. In this role, Rod mentors and supervises attorneys and paralegals on a variety of legal issues, including public finance, procurement, contracting, public safety, and human resources. Widely regarded as an expert in the Virginia Conflict of Interest Act and the Virginia Freedom of Information Act, Rod drafted and annually edits the LGA handbook chapter on the conflict of interest earned the Walter C. Irwin Special Project Award. Rod has supervised the Virginia Beach Freedom of Information Office, the first of its kind in the Commonwealth. Its inception was in 2003. Rod drafted the city's FOIA policy, and he often takes a lead role in drafting conflict opinions issued by the city attorney's office. He personally provides training to all Virginia Beach public officials, appointees, and departments regarding the requirements of both FOIA and FOIA. In addition, Rod leads the city attorney's First Amendment team, addressing critical issues regarding the interplay between city regulations and constitutional rights. Rod is especially dedicated to excellence in the practice of local government law and to the LGA. He sat on the board of the Virginia State Bar's Local Government Attorneys Section and served as its chair in 2011 and 12. Most notably, Rod served as a director or officer on the LGA's Board of Directors from 2008 to 2016, holding the position of president in 2015-2016 during a time of critical transition in our organization. His leadership and commitment to improving this organization was instrumental in LGA's continued growth. On a personal level, Rod is a great friend, colleague, counselor, and mentor. Rod is highly respected by his fellow attorneys and his clients, not only for his legal expertise, but because he is a practical and innovative problem solver who is adept at proactively identifying issues and proposing workable legal solutions. Rod is meticulous, and he works tirelessly to ensure that his work is precise, clear, and organized. Rod is devoted to his family. He enjoys traveling the road with his husband, Dan, who has been a constant support to Rod and encourages his involvement in the LGA. And Rod serves his community as an active member of the Christ and St. Luke's Episcopal Church, where he has served on the vestry, finance committee, and as a junior warden. Therefore, in recognition of his many achievements, his laudable service to our profession, and his admirable character, the Local Government Attorneys of Virginia, Inc., on this 22nd day of April 2022, enthusiastically, proudly, and gratefully bestows the 2022 A. Robert Cherin Award upon Robert R. Campbell.